Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Chris, and on today's video we're going to talk about a fragrance from the house of Bulgari. Today we have one from the Le Gemmes collection. This is going to be their private range. Their more expensive range, very expensive range if I can say so myself. $400 for 100 mils is the cost of this fragrance. It is the fragrance by the name of Tigar, and it is named after the tiger eye gemstone. So all of them are going to have different names based on different gemstones across the globe. Like there's a fool's gold, which is emperor. There's garanat, which is going to be garnet. There's Tigar, which is obviously tiger's eye, and there's a bunch more from where that came from. So the one we have here today, like I said, is Tigar. This is the most popular and the most sought after one out of this range. It's very expensive, like I said, at $400 a pop. So you must really love this fragrance, but it is, like I said, the most popular one in this range. Launched in 2016, this is a creation by, obviously, the great perfumer Jacques Cavalier, which is also, coincidentally, the in-house perfumer for Louis Vuitton. And may I just say something? Good fragrance this one is here. Tigar is a beauty of a scent, but it is very similar to another scent that Jacques Cavalier has created before, which is the scent of Afternoon Swim by Louis Vuitton. The ginger in both of these scents are exactly the same. There's no changes here or there. They're exactly the same. We get different notes paired with that ginger, but it's hard to miss that they're almost identical. Afternoon Swim is going to be a little bit more of an ambery version, and Tigar is going to be more of a warmer citric version of the same fragrance, essentially. So they could have been launched under the same brand of Louis Vuitton or under the same brand of, well, they would have fit more in at Louis Vuitton, but they both could have also been a part of the Le Gemmes collection. If you're interested in packaging, this is what the bottle looks like. I don't have a full-sized one here. It is probably going to be one that I do add into my collection just because I do think it's a nice scent, but it's fairly expensive. You can sometimes find it at discounters, which is a good thing if you're trying to save some money here or there. But this is what the bottle looks like. So it is very well, it's not simplistic. I was going to say it's very simplistic, but it's a little gaudy. It's huge. I mean, you have to understand this is a 100 ml size bottle. It's not going to be, it looks like a 200 ml size bottle, but it's not. It's very heavy. It's a 100 ml size bottle. The lid itself is kind of a mixture of plastic and metal, because this part's metal, this part here, and then this top part has some metal trimming, but the rest is plastic. Very heavy. It has a weight in there to make it, more premium, more luxurious. The bottle itself is very heavy as well. Now, there is the capability for Bulgari to make these refillable, because if you look here, they do come out and you can, obviously refill them. You can also decant them. That's not a very nice way to do it, in a very easy way, but they don't sell refills as of yet. Now, I have heard some people that have gone into the actual Bulgari store where they sell these fragrances, and they have said that they are coming out with them, but there is no further information as to when that will happen, or if it will happen for that matter. The notes for this fragrance are going to be grapefruit, ambrox, and ginger. And like I said, the grapefruit and the ginger are very similar to what you get in Afternoon Swim. I think Afternoon Swim has ambergris inside of it, which makes it a little bit different, a little bit more ambery. And this one is going to have more of a warmer feeling, which is something that you really wouldn't expect out of ambrox, just because ambrox typically has more of a kind of metal-like appearance whenever it comes to smells. It's similar to ambroxan, but it's not quite ambroxan. Whenever I was thinking about what fragrance this could potentially smell like Tigar, I thought, well, what if it smells like Emperor? And Emperor does not smell like that at all. Emperor is a very metallic-y fragrance. It's going to have a very beautiful kind of synthetic quality to it, but in the best, most luxurious way possible. And I know you're probably sitting there saying you criticize synthetic notes quite a lot. They're not synthetic. They're making them seem synthetic in Emperor. So I thought that's what Tigar was going to smell like, and it doesn't. It's a very warm, ambery, citric fragrance with that beautiful ginger in it. And when it dries down, if you told me this is Afternoon Swim dried down, I would probably believe you. because they're very, very similar. Do I think that Tigar has great performance and longevity? I don't know. I can't say that for sure myself. Out of all of the Gems collection, I have not had any problems when it comes to performance or longevity with them, but I've never had a full size bottle of this one, and I don't want to say it sucks because I don't know. I really have not tested it like that when it comes to the longevity part of it. The first time I got this fragrance, coincidentally, was when it first launched. It was a sample that Macy's sent me with a purchase way back when. I don't even think I had done YouTube. I think it was still working for Dior, in fact. So this fragrance has been around for quite a hot minute, and it was new then. And like I said, it was actually the only one that intrigued me out of that entire sample set, because they sent Creed, they sent Francis Kurkdjian, they sent quite a bit of expensive premium samples, and the only one that I gravitated towards was Tigar, which is this one. But now that I have smelt it, now that I have tested Louis Vuitton's Afternoon Swim, I'm like, I prefer to go for Louis Vuitton Afternoon Swim, because $400, you have to understand, that's closer to the 200 ml size of Louis Vuitton's Afternoon Swim. And that does have the capability of being refilled, and you can obviously save money when you get a refill. So that's something to consider. If you really must have the warmth of this fragrance, then I would certainly say to check this one out. The bottle's beautiful. The box is not. The box is just a very cheap uni cardboard. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to hype them up because they don't need hyping up. They're obviously very successful and popular already. But the box is kind of a disposable, cheap box that I really don't think is good or worthy of the actual packaging. The bottle itself is cute. I will kind of gripe about this. It sits in a cabinet for me because all of my fragrances sit on shelves. This is very heavy. If you put 4 of these on a shelf, you might as well get that shelf reinforced because they're pretty hefty. And they're hefty even if they are not full. Overall, I think this fragrance is very beautiful. It is very nice, just like Afternoon Swim, in my opinion. They're both very easy to wear fragrances. They are very easy to be loved by the masses. So if you want a compliment getting fragrance, these are both going to be, the ones to go for, Afternoon Swim and Tigar. If you're looking, like I said, for a warmer version of Afternoon Swim, then this is a perfect match for you. Just, you're going to be paying a little bit more for this fragrance, but hey, it might be better. I really would be interested in getting a full-size bottle to do a wear test on it to see if it's a good fragrance or not, because if it wears better than Afternoon Swim, that might be a better trade-off, because Afternoon Swim doesn't wear bad. It doesn't wear good either, though. It's not one that's a terrible performing fragrance, but it's not one that's going to be awful as well. So let me know what your thoughts about this fragrance are down below in the comments. Also, make sure to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe for more fragrance related content. I hope to see you guys on the next video. Until then, take care.